Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here with another pick a card reading. Now, in the interest of being very transparent, you know that I never lay out the cards before you get here, and you can always see the cards. So I'm gonna pull these piles together with these cards, and if you want to watch, you can do that, or you can fast forward from here. But you're gonna have to put on your intuitive hat, because I'm gonna ask you to either pick the yellow, the purple, or the clear. And I want you just to put on your intuitive hat. Yeah, just you can watch all three if you want, but go ahead and fast forward this and decide what you're going to pick. I will put everything down below in the comments so you know exactly where you can go for the first, second, and third reading. And here I go. And last but not least, oops. Here we are. All right, there we go. Go ahead, use your intuition. Check out these piles, feel them, y'all. Don't just look at them and pick a color. Try and feel them. So the first one, the second one, or the third one. So you're picking purple, yellow, or clear, and I will mark those down below. I will timestamp them for you, and I will pause here, and then we will go on further. All right, just wanted to mark it for you guys. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the purple first, which is pile number 1. If you pick the purple, this is you. Interesting. Okay, so if you pick the first pile, we begin with Between Worlds. So I feel like if you are in this energy, you are between worlds, and it feels as though, okay, Charlie just, usually when I see this card, Charlie gives me the picture in my mind of Dorothy opening the door to Oz, right? So she's in black and white. If you've seen the movie, The Wizard of Oz, you know, she's in black and white for the first part of the movie. And when the house goes twirling and drops and she opens the door, she's in Oz, and it's very colorful. So I think that we have somebody here who is coming from a place where it was mundane, day to day. Maybe it wasn't a very happy place. It seems to be here in gray and brown and sepia. And then this beautiful peacock emerges. You can finally see the color, right? So I think we have someone who possibly could be an empress. We do have card number 3. Possibly you are the empress, but 3 also means a partnership. So someone could be getting out of one partnership that they were not cool with, and left it behind. And the next relationship that's coming, if you're a masculine looking for a feminine, this could mean that your empress is finally stepping out into the next world. So things are almost ready. You know, this person is almost completely, not this person, but this flamingo is almost completely in the new world, right? For some of you, regardless of whether you are feminine or masculine, you might be waiting for on a feminine. And this, to me, card number 3 is the Empress. All right. Yeah. I feel as though, you know, when we look at this card, right, there's some color. You know, we've got some of the same colors. We've also got birds on both. We've got, or what looks like birds on both. And we've got healing chaos. Now, I feel like as I look at this energy here, and I feel as though it is an energy of, yeah, for sure, chaos. It feels like you're coming from a chaotic place and going to a place that is far more serene. It's like you're embarking or embracing a new way of life. You're no longer going to be doing this. Yeah, I feel like it's a cool picture because you can see that there are butterflies all the way around the tornado, right? And sometimes it does feel like chaos when we are in our transformational energy. So if you are the person who is between worlds, I feel like this card sort of fits right in here, right? It sort of fits right in here as, yeah, that you're embracing the new world. Yeah, you're between worlds right now, but embracing the new world. The cool thing is we have honesty. Yeah, it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I feel as though you are, yeah, your third eye is open, my friend. You've had an awakening here. And that's why you're ready to heal the chaos. You're ready to speak up, right? And you're ready to speak up. I feel like we've got blues and greens. So to me, that's, you know, that's throat chakra, that's heart chakra. I feel like the chaotic part of it was actually making the realization that there was a transformation and just being honest with yourself. Honesty where you were. Where were you, right? I think you finally woke up and yeah, I feel like your third eye is open. I feel like you are now more open. I feel like maybe you're remembering your dreams. You're imagining. You're dreaming in the third eye, I believe. Now, these cards are not to be read in the reverse, so I'm going to honor that. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got, we've got the Five of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Charlie just said, fighting your way out. Fighting your way out of a plastic or a paper bag. It's like, I really gotta go, I really gotta go. Yeah, it's like, it's almost do or die. It's like, I just have to go to the crossroads. Somebody sees abundance there. You see abundance in making a choice. You're making a choice for this abundance by fighting for it now. I feel as though you see something in the distance that you want, that you hope that is yours. You are bringing the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like because you're so honest with yourself, that is why you ended up having this transformation out of chaos and embracing the quiet here. I feel like now you're ready to fight for it all. And there is a Two of Wands here, just to say, yeah, you're making a choice now. It's not something you're floundering on anymore. You're not back and forth. What are you not floundering on? There we go. I feel like this is a twin flame recognition. I feel like you understand and know that there is a spiritual connection between you and someone else. And I don't think you're calling it a twin flame. I don't necessarily know that you know that it is twin flame, but I do feel that that you do feel a connection to someone that you know you can't shake. It's like no matter who you date, no matter who you marry, no matter what you do, this person is always in the back of your mind. Overcoming obstacles, getting back on your feet, gaining strength from difficult situations. This overcoming obstacles is on the Five of Swords. I feel like you're now going to fight for your abundance. You're going to choose to do that. You're going to choose the twin flame. You are going to choose the person that you are most connected to, the one that makes you happiest, I believe. There is a new start here. We do have the Page of Pentacles. I feel as though it's time for you to take whatever you've been dreaming about in between worlds. Whatever you've been dreaming about, I feel like is about to have some 3D energy. You're beginning something new as you overcome obstacles and get away from the chaos, going towards the embracing a calmer, more beautiful, more earthbound, more grounded lifestyle. I feel as though you've been waiting for a while to do this. I feel like you've been thinking about it, wondering, should I, could I? And then boom, you're hit with the enlightenment. The transformational energy comes, and then you're honest with yourself. I really do prefer to be in a place where there is no chaos. Now, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Pentacles. There's one pentacle here. So to me, that is 8. I feel like you're now ready to put the work in on it. I feel like you've always known about this connection, though. For those of you who are in a twin flame connection, you know what I'm talking about, right? This person is the person that is on your mind most of the time, and you may go periods where you don't think about them, but then you'll go through periods where you obsess about them. I think that your higher self is telling you, look, it's time to go. You need to make the choice because there's way more abundance than you understand. Once you open up the throat chakra, open up the crown chakra, once you for those of you who don't know what a crown chakra is, right? Sorry, not the crown chakra, but the third eye is different. So the purple is third eye. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's your intuition, right? That's what you use to connect with the other person. So I'm going to have a go at it and say that I feel as though you are connected to someone else, possibly psychically. There is green here as well, and green is the color of the heart chakra, the center of the chest, love, self-love, relationships. So you've really been honest with yourself. Honesty here is in yellow, and that's just below the chest here, and that's self-esteem, pleasure, willpower. I feel like you're now being honest with yourself, that everything going on inside of here, I feel, is for a reason. Yeah, I feel like you had to have a moment of clarity, and you did. And I feel like that moment lasted a while, honestly, because I feel like somebody was awakened here in this moment of chaos. This chaos and transformation. So there is a new start here. You've been waiting for it for a while, but you knew it was going to happen. Yep, you did. These are timeless readings, y'all. So I don't know who you are and if this is your reading or not. But if it's not, maybe you want to try the next one. I think if this is your reading, being honest with yourself, getting out of a situation where you didn't want to be, and heading toward the twin flame. Whether you're single or whether you're not, it doesn't matter. You've made this choice, and you've always known it. You always knew this person had a special connection for you. Yeah. All right, that was number 1. On to number 2. And hello, welcome back to those of you who picked the yellow. Let's take a look here. We've got yin, miracles, and focus. Interesting. We've got guilt. These are not read upside down, so I will put them in the upright. We've got the Emperor, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. The deception is divine timing. That's interesting. It's all going to work out. Interesting. Okay, let's start at the top here. So I feel like your intuition is on point. Yeah, look at that, number 2. If you pick this pile, it's likely you are intuitive and you are the high priestess. You could likely be someone who is feminine. The yin is feminine, the yang is masculine. So you are in your yin energy. You are in your higher self. I feel like you're seeing things differently now. You're looking at it from the top down, right? You can see that face looking into this bowl here. I feel like you're looking, but her face is down here too, and it's up here as well. It looks like it is someone who has gone from the lower to the higher self. I feel like if you resonate with this, that you are in your psychic energy and you are currently manifesting something, you're pulling something in. That's what the yin does. The yin doesn't go off chasing the yang. No, that's not what the yin does. The yin pulls it in, takes care of self, practices self-care, practices connecting with the universe, stays you know, in the top drawer when it comes to spirituality. And I feel like with this yin that, that you're in current manifestation with someone or for someone or something. We have miracles and focus. Interesting. So we have miracles. For some of you, when the time is near, you're going to see a rainbow. I don't know where you're going to see it, but it might look like something you've never seen before. So here we show there's a double rainbow there, right? So it might be like, wow, there's two rainbows, or the northern lights look weird, or yeah, something like that. I feel like something that you've been manifesting is about to show up. That's the miracle. I feel as though whomever it is, if you're manifesting a person, that person's always been focused on you. But I also feel like you've been very focused on them as well. And I feel as though that between you, there are some, there will be mountains to move. I feel though that your focus right now is really good, whoever you are, that you're very focused on bringing in this miracle, on bringing in the yang, calling in the yang. For some of you, this is simply just going to be a realization or an answer to a prayer, because you have been focused on a certain thing, whether that's job, whether that's finances or family or whatever it is. I feel like if you are the feminine, because that is the yin, if you are the feminine, that you are the one that's been manifesting this. And whether you've been sitting down, you know, in the position and manifesting that way, or whether you're just hyper focused on the thing that you want, the universe understands what is at the forefront of your mind. We have guilt. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And I really love that. I love that because so many people carry so many burdens, right? This sort of burnt color is reminding me of the color of wands. And although we do have purple and blue here, and so the purple is the third eye, and the blue is... blue. Oh, it's the throat chakra. Yeah. That's funny. I didn't know what word to use. Throat chakra. I don't know why it wouldn't come to mind. Okay. So we have, somebody is ready to speak. Yeah. I feel like somebody is ready to unload some guilt. I feel like people put you in certain situations because you're the person who's usually carrying of the heavy situations. So I feel like your friends sort of pile on you. And I mean that they sort of give you all of their junk. Whatever's happening in their life, a friend, a family member, people on the street, people you don't know, people stop you in the grocery store. They give you a little bit of story. And it's like you carry the guilt of all of them. So be careful, because you're an empath. You're a person who not only, and you might not know because you don't know any other way, but you're the person that not only is kind of, feeling sad for the person who's giving you the information, but you're also feeling it. You're taking it to heart. You actually put yourself in their shoes. Brene Brown, it always reminds me when I hear that, is the difference between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy is, and she's from Texas, so she said sympathy is coming across someone in a hole, looking into the hole and saying, wow, that's a deep hole. Bless your heart. I hope you get out. And they keep walking. And the person that is carrying all this stuff, that's the empath. Yeah, the person who comes across the person in a hole, looks into the hole and says, holy crap, that's a deep hole. You need some company? Because I'm willing to sit with you in that hole until someone can get us both out. That's the empath. So you feel it, you're there in it. I feel like you need to watch that energy. Yeah, that you need to take care of your energy, daily showers, whatever practice it is that you use, showers, or sages. Yeah, just talk to someone that really is in-depth knowledge of all of that, and I feel like you will find the best practice for you. So I feel as though you could be the emperor. Even if you are feminine, you can carry emperor energy. You could be an Aries, but you don't have to be. But I think it's all on you. I think you carry it all. You are the person running your empire. And I feel like it's hard. I feel like there are moments when you are bright and shiny. Yeah. when you shine bright like a diamond, right? Ray says. And I feel like there are times when you just feel like the stick up against the wall. Yeah, I feel like you need someone to hold you, to carry you. I feel like this, yes, the 7 of Wands is about defensive energy, but I feel in all of that defensive energy that you find the light. You somehow keep going. I feel like you've been through so much, but you just don't lay down. You just keep going regardless of how you feel. Yeah. And I think a lot of it has to do with you're just really ready to put the work in. I think whatever you do is very creative. Whatever you do for your living or your job, your career, I feel like it's very creative. But even if it's not a creative job, I feel like you're really good at it. I feel like you're cream of the crop. Like somebody sees you sticking out in amongst everyone. So if you're in a job where everybody does the same job, maybe you're a data entry person, maybe you're, into coding, maybe you're in a place where there are a lot of people who do your job, but you do it the best. They come to you as the subject matter expert. Yeah, I feel like in your job. And I don't know that you like that, but I feel like people understand that you are the emperor energy. You're the leader there. So whether you're someone who's at an associate level or higher, I feel like somebody knows that you're the emperor, that it's all on you. You might be someone, a single mom or a single dad who's carrying it all. And you might be someone who is in your own business. Maybe you just started it. It's all on you to pay the employees and bring in money and, sell the things that you're selling. Look at that. I feel, it says here, divine timing. And what I feel when I touch that card is it's going to be okay. I got you. I got you. The universe has got your back. I promise. I've got you. And that's what I keep hearing, because that's what Charlie keeps saying. I've got you. So if you're having a hard time at work, please know that it's going to be not very long until somebody notices your light. If this is relationship related for you, I feel like you have someone in your life that you have a relationship with. It doesn't necessarily have to be love, but I feel like you are transforming people and the way they think, the way they move in the world. But please don't take on too much of their bad energy or their sad energy or their depressive energy. I feel like the universe is saying in divine timing, it says everything has a higher purpose. So for some of you, you could work with someone that you have a flame for, that maybe they're feeling a little bit defensive with you, but they also know that you're the person, the go-to. They have to deal with you. I feel like somebody around you, if you're at work, has some sort of a thing for you. We have deception, false illusion, scarcity mentality, falling into bad habits. I feel as though that you are scared. Yeah, you have a scarcity mentality about love, about shining the brightest, about reaching for what you want. I feel as though that you are in tune with self. You are listening to the universe, but I feel the deception here is that you're lying to yourself about your worth. Yeah, I feel like if it's a work thing, you are the best at it, but you don't see it. Others do. And if you are the person who is the empath, you're an incredible empath. You don't see it, but others do. Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel that's the deception, is the deception of self. Look at that. We have the sun. It's all going to be okay. It's going to be fine. You are going to come out of it. The sun is here, shining a light on everything. I feel like you see the false illusion, you get out of the scarcity mentality, and you are careful about falling into bad habits because you've been there before. Yeah, if you want your 9 of Cups, you got to speak up. You got to say something. You got to stop deceiving yourself. If you are the Emperor, you have to stop deceiving yourself. You need to speak up. Use your King of Wands or King of Swords energy. I feel like you're very learned. You spend a lot of time book learning. You have a higher education. I feel like that you think that it is the knowledge and the work you do or the job you do that is going to bring you the ultimate happiness. And that could be true, absolutely. But right now, I feel like you feel like you're the only one. Yeah, that you're the only one who has the light and everybody keeps coming around to steal it. You could be someone at work whose ideas are being stolen and presented as someone else's. I feel like you don't go forward and say, hey, that's my work, not theirs, because it makes you feel guilty because you're the empath. Yeah. So the deception here is you're deceiving yourself. Divine timing is coming to kick you in the butt. I feel like some information is going to come to light, and it is going to give you the feels of a 9 of Cups. I feel like you're going to be incredibly happy. I feel like other people are going to be around showing, finally coming to you and acknowledging who you are and how you are in the world, whether that means you're an empath or you're great at what you do at work because you have the knowledge and the higher learning. I feel like if you've been in a dark place, if you are waiting for for things to kick off because of a manifestation, I feel it's really close. The sun is saying so. Yeah, we've got Leo energy here. We've got Aries energy here. And possibly High Priestess at the top. That was a good one. Okay, here I go for the last. All right, if you picked the clear crystal, this is your reading, possibly. We have, put it this way here, we have co-create. There we go. Co-create. We have flow. We have happiness. Interesting. We also have humor. Why these all showed up upside down. I guess I have the deck upside down. But they're not read in the reverse, so I don't read them in the reverse. And angels, ask your angels and communicate. Okay, interesting. So we start with card number 4. I feel like if you're watching this, there is an emperor that wants to co-create with you, and I'm only saying that because the emperor is showing up right here. So this card, I feel, is the energy of the emperor. The emperor has been watching, waiting for an ending, on the tightrope, right? Bird on a wire, right? This owl does represent transformation, sometimes death, things coming to an end. I think what's coming to an end for you, dear Emperor, if this is you, whether you're feminine or masculine, but the Emperor for me is masculine leaning, whether you're feminine or masculine, because this also is an energy of taking charge and having it all on you. I feel as though you are about to co-create with someone you've been watching very carefully. You've been watching in the distance. I feel as you were sort of balancing on the wire, trying to take care of everything. Something is about to be birthed here. There is about to be something new that is coming for you. You've watched the situation, dear Emperor. You've strategized. You have a strategy to move forward. I feel like you've already come through the transformation, and I feel like you now have your balance, because that owl doesn't seem to be having a problem, do they? Right? Co-create. We have flow and happiness. Interesting. I feel like somebody is spending time alone. But I think, dear Emperor, you might be spending time alone. You could be, but I feel like you're learning a new flow. There is a new flow for you, and I feel as though you have been practicing, or actually, well, practicing only because I feel the universe is giving you lessons to show you that you do have the ability to be in the flow, to go with the flow, to not run towards the fire. I'm saying that because the Emperor is an Aries. Not to really run toward the fire, to look through it, go with the flow, make your choices. Not everyone needs an answer immediately, and that will equate to the happiness, I feel. I also feel you have some sort of a partner coming, and that might be where you're doing the co-creation. I feel that if you stay in the flow, that you will be able to co-create with the person that you want. I really strongly feel that I'm speaking to an Emperor here. And we have humor. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. All right. Well, I tell you what, the Emperor is kind of a serious dude, right? And who isn't when they've got it all on them, right? When we think about an empire and we think about the medieval days, when we think about that, we know that the kings and the queens report to and get their information from the emperor. The emperor is responsible for being sure that all the kingdoms have all they need. Anyone who wants to work can work, and anyone who's wanting to feed their family, etc. And anyone who's hungry gets food. So I feel like the emperor has decided to take on the energy of Buddha. Yeah, because Buddha is a happy person, always thinking about the good things, manifesting good things, keeping their energy high. Anyone who is a Buddhist is really aware of their energy, hypersensitively aware of their energy, and they know how to use it in order to speak to their higher self. So humor, I think, is a way that some of us all deal with hard things, right? And I think the emperor has decided not to be so serious about the things that are about to happen. And that's why I think the flow is here, because the emperor had to learn a new flow, the hardest part of all the lessons you learned when you were in scarcity or just surviving, the hardest part of that is unlearning those lessons, right? And I think that the emperor has decided to do it with humor. We have a green card here, all sorts of green colors, yeah, which is the heart chakra. Someone has decided to open themselves up, their heart up to happiness. That's really beautiful. It's so beautiful. So, this is, the heart chakra is responsible for, self-love, love in general, and relationships for sure. Of course, center of the chest, right? We also have some yellow in there, and yellow is the solar plexus, which is, the pleasure center, the willpower, the pleasure center. Yeah, self-esteem. I feel like unlearning all of those behaviors is going to make you a stronger person. Your personality will be stronger. You will be stronger in your moon for sure. That's your soul. I feel as though somebody here has made some big changes in their life. We have the Ace of Swords. Someone needs to have conversation with another. And I think it's making you a little nervous. Yes, we have the Nine of Swords here. And I feel that the Emperor has been feeling as though the universe is pushing him or her into a conversation. I feel like there needs to be conversation here. I feel now, since you're awake, since you understand and are using your energy in a different way, unlearning all the things that you learned when people were hurting you, I feel as though that's all made you very defensive and keeping you up at night. I think there is someone you're thinking of, dear Emperor. I feel that the Ace of Swords tells me there's 9 and 1 is 10. A cycle needs to close because you're feeling overwhelmed emotionally about opening up conversation with someone. So the advice you're getting is to ask your angels and communicate anyway. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be scared, but you got to feel the fear and move through it anyway. So the communication, I feel, is making you feel overwhelmed, dear Emperor. Receive and express the truth. I feel like you have a truth that needs to be spoken. Yeah. Now that you understand, now that you're balanced, now that you're communicating with higher self and the universe, I feel like you are taking that energy forward to speak to someone special. We have asked your angels, seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. So if you're trying to close this cycle, I know it's been a painful one. So if you're trying to close this cycle and it feels really overwhelming, please ask for your angels, your guardian angels, your guides. Ask for help from the divine, and I promise you, I know it does. Works for me. I hope it works for you. So, what's the communication about here? Yeah, I think it's coming from an emperor who had secrets in the past. This person broke your heart. If you are the cross watcher, this emperor broke your heart. I think you broke the emperor's heart as well. I feel as though there is a lot of things that have not been said. 7 of Swords. And the emperor is about to speak up. Yeah, he has a light. He has a light about him. And he's ready to speak up. And I think you're going to find out a lot of things that you didn't know. When the communication comes, I feel like it might make you feel overwhelmed if you are the cross watcher. I feel like the stuff that you're about to be privy to, because this emperor doesn't share with everybody, very hypersensitively private. Yes, because there's too much that goes on that can be misconstrued in the way that he has to run his life in order to make sure the masses are fed. So the 7 of Swords, I feel you're going to learn a lot of things that you never wanted to learn. I feel like, you know, you've been sent on this path for a reason. We've got a little black cat there. You've been sent on this path for a reason, you and the emperor. You know what? I'm reading it both ways, y'all. Yeah, I feel as though this is energy that is shared by 2. I feel that you broke the emperor's heart. The emperor also broke your heart. I feel like you've been hiding things from the emperor and the emperor's been hiding things from you. I think this communication is coming up. I don't know when, but for some of you, it's coming up. If this is your reading, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. You might want to go back and see the other 2 to see if they resonate. But if this resonates with you, I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here. Love y'all. Bye-bye.